Welcome back to RealHouseDIY. I have a solar light post cap. The light has stopped turning on at night. I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot that. So for this post cap, this one just fits on with 2 screws, one on each side. Hopefully yours is not glued on. That makes it easy, so all you need is a screwdriver to get this off. And you might say, okay, I'm just going to replace the battery in this and see if it works again. But what if it doesn't? Maybe the LED is burned out or the solar panel isn't working. Now you just wasted a few dollars on a battery. Now you can check out everything with a multimeter. I'll show you how to do that, but you don't necessarily need it. I'll show you how to do it without it as well. If you haven't already checked it out, I have another video showing a review and installation of this product. And this particular one is the Veranda from Home Depot. The first check, obviously, make sure your solar panel isn't covered in some way, preventing the battery from getting charged. And also, if it's middle of winter, then obviously the battery will get a little bit less charge on it. And those lights might actually be a little bit dimmer than you would see in the summer. Now, this particular product actually has a 2-year warranty. So go and check the place where you purchased it, just in case you can get this replaced under warranty. And this Veranda product from Home Depot, the warranty actually excludes the battery. So if the battery's gone, you just replace it. But anything else, such as the LED or the solar panel broke, then you can get that warranty replacement. So the next step, we need to get inside this. We're going to take this off. To take this one off, there's a screw on each side. Phillips head. Just unscrew both of those, and the post cap will come right off. With those 2 screws removed, this comes right off. You can see that some bugs and dirt, debris get in here. And surprisingly, there's absolutely no corrosion at all, even though I see signs of drips of water getting in here. You have your battery, your LED, some of these wires go up to the solar panel at the top. So first glance, there's no obvious damage. Now, if you don't have a multimeter to test this, the next best option, you're going to remove another solar light post cap so you can switch the batteries, do some different tests like that. Let's take this down to the workshop and we'll test it out. So I've gone ahead and taken 2 solar lights off. I have the one that does not work here on the right. I have a good working solar light on the left. I took these off in the evening to make sure that they get a good charge throughout the day. And as you can see, if you cover up this one, lights up, it works. This is the one that does not work, does not light up. So first thing I'll do, I'll check the voltage on both of the batteries. Set the multimeter to DC voltage. The battery in these is a 3.2 volt lithium iron phosphate battery. And a good battery is going to be between 2.5 and 3.65 volts. So with these charged, depending on how bright it was during the day, it will depend on how much it charged. It might not get all the way up to 3.65 volts. First, I'll measure the good working battery. And we have 3.059 volts. So we know this works, the LED works, the battery is a good voltage, the solar panel is charging the battery. Check the voltage on the non-working solar light. We have 4.25 volts. So you might initially think 4.25 volts, that's a really good charged battery. It's actually too high for this battery. It's not supposed to go over 3.65 volts. Why we're getting a high voltage on that battery, I'm not sure. We're going to try to figure that out. We'll take the batteries out next. These batteries are a little bit difficult to take out. You can see there's this plastic bar that goes a little bit over the battery here, so it holds it in really tight. I'm going to use this pick pry type of tool to help get the battery out. And again, if you want to, you can measure the voltage across the battery with the out. Again, 4.251 volts. I'll also take out the good battery. There we have 3.037 volts. Next, if we want to, we can measure the solar panel. And this might come out a little bit low at first, but if I hold it up to a bright light, you should see that voltage go up. So 0.4 volts. Point it up to a bright light there, 1.2 volts and climbing. Do the same for the good working solar light to measure that solar panel. 1.7, hold it right up to bright light. 2.8 and climbing. So there is an obvious difference between the voltage reading from the two solar panels. Now if the voltage on the battery from the non-working solar light was in the good range, 2.5 to 3.65 volts, then I'd go ahead and put this in the working solar light and see if the battery is working. But with this battery overcharged, I'm not sure what that would do to a good working solar light. Don't want to risk putting that in. But I will take the battery from the working solar light, put in the non-working solar light, and see if it works. And right away that lights up. Go ahead and take it back out. So you might think, okay, maybe this battery is bad, let's go buy a new one. However, if you put a new battery in here, it might just do the same exact thing. So on the non-working solar light, we know that the LED and the sensor work, we just saw them working. So it comes down to the battery or the solar panel. You might be tempted to go and get a new battery and put in the non-working light and keep it going. However, given the difference between the reading of the two solar panels, makes me think that there's an issue with the solar panel or the charging from this non-working solar light. And these solar lights, they have the 2-year warranty from Bread Outdoor Living. So I called Bread Outdoor Living, sent them my email address. They sent me the warranty claim form. There's a section in the warranty claim form where you fill out information about what the problem is. So all that information I just collected, I'm going to write that up in the form. Now if you don't have the multimeter, you can't get those voltage measurements like I just did. In that case, what I would do, if this is under the 2 years, I would send that information still to Bread Outdoor Living in the warranty claim form. If they just send you a full replacement, great. If they say try a new battery, okay, put a new battery in and see if it continues working with the new battery. If it has issues with charging and you get the over voltage again, then at that point you would definitely know it's not a battery problem, but the problem is something with the solar panel or the charging. Next, if you put the good battery into the non-working solar light and it doesn't work, then you automatically know, maybe the LED or the sensor is broken, and then you can just send that in for the warranty replacement. And there's not too much else that you can do with troubleshooting these. You can take the 2 screws out right here. This piece right here is actually just the lens that disperses the light. Underneath here is a very small circuit board, but there's nothing else you can really do with that. It's all soldered together. There's no light bulb that you can replace. So with that, I'll go ahead, get the working solar light back together and installed, send this one in for the warranty replacement. One more test that you might want to do if you do not have the multimeter. Let's say you've taken the good battery of a good working solar light, you put it in the non-working solar light, and it lights up. So you know the LED is working, you know the sensor is working, but you're not really sure if it's the battery that wasn't working versus the solar panel or the charging circuitry. So what you do, you have that good working battery in here, it's lighting up. What you could do, put this in a dark closet, let the light turn on, just leave it there for a day, fully discharge the battery until the light goes out. And then go ahead, put this out in the bright sun for a full day in the morning. And then if it lights up at night, you know that the solar panel worked, it charged up the battery. To get this installed again, you do just need to line up the screw holes here. It will not fit the opposite orientation unless you drilled these pilot holes for the screws exactly in the center on both sides. Get the screws back in. You'll want to do this in the morning, and that way your new battery will get a good charge throughout the day and light up bright at night. And that's all for troubleshooting a solar post cap. Thanks for watching.